Joran Sloot goes on the record, and he has a horrifying, shocking news story about what happened to Natalee Holloway the night she disappeared. 18-year-old Natalee Holloway vanished on the island of Aruba on May 30th, 2005. Now, since Natalee's disappearance, Sloot has been arrested twice in connection to her disappearance, but never charged with a crime. Sloot went on the record with us in 2006, claiming he had left Natalee alone on a beach. Then, in February of 2008, Sloot was shown on hidden tape saying that Natalee had collapsed on the beach and that he had disposed of her body. Well, now his story changes again. Joran contacted us, claiming he wanted to tell us the truth about what happened that night. He produced as evidence 3 telephone conversations saved on a digital chip. Joran claims the recordings are conversations between his father and him. If authentic, the recordings suggest that Joran told his father what happened to Natalee. On a weekend, we slipped away and we went halfway around the world to interview Joran Sloot. Now, before you watch this interview, we need to warn you, the greatest shock of all will come at the end of the hour, and you may or may not totally change your mind about this interview. Now, Joran Sloot goes on the record. All right, Joran, here's what I need. We've licensed this chip from you, and with some conversations. And when we took that chip and gave it to an expert, the expert was a little bit confused, so I need to get the facts and circumstances around it so we can corroborate it, so we can go out and investigate and do what you ultimately want. And maybe I should ask you, what do you ultimately want out of this?
I guess for it just all to be over, for just, yeah, that's it, just for me to be able to get on with everything and feel okay. That's what I ultimately want out of it. And I know if you guys look into this that you're going to find out, I think, definitely with everything I gave, if you really go and look into it, you're going to stumble across something that will get you more answers. I'm sure about it. I know it.
All right, now the chip, are there 3 separate conversations on this chip?
Yeah, 3 separate conversations.
When did they occur, and with whom are the conversations?
They occurred about a month ago, I think. Maybe longer, 2 months ago, longer. And yeah, about the person that the conversation's with, I don't actually really want to talk about. But yeah, that's just I was just giving that to you for, you know, to collaborate, as that you could actually see and have something to show to go look into this. That was my.
Well, from what I understand from our first conversation, and you know, I've got to make sure I really tie this down, because in order for my network to continue to, you know, to continue to let us investigate this story, I've got to have it really straight and nailed down. Mm-hmm. And you have told us now something that's very different from what we understood to have happened. And from the chip, it's that there's a conversation with your father recorded. Actually, there are 3 conversations with your father recorded, right?
There's 3 conversations.
One was in January, about?
They were in, I don't know, I don't remember the month they were in.
But it was this year?
It was this year, yeah.
And he was in Aruba and you were where?
And I was in Holland, I think. One for one, and the other one I was here.
Was it always, did you use the same cell phone, or did you use Skype? How did you do these, how do you record these?
From the cell phone. Just on the cell phone with the record option. And
was he using your hard line at home, do you think?
No, I think he was calling from Skype, yeah.
Okay, so he's on Skype and you're on a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You met a guy in February of 3 years ago who said he was interested in something. What was he interested in?
He was interested in me bringing him a blonde girl.
Where did you meet this guy?
In the casinos in Aruba.
What's his name?
Elger, and yeah, but I don't even know if it's his real name. That's the problem. I don't even know if it's his real name. I wasn't worried about that at the time. It was just more like a casino, going, having fun there, and he's one of the persons I saw there. I didn't hang out with him. I didn't do anything with him.
Did you only see him one time in February?
Oh no, more times, like 2 times or 3 times, or I've seen him over a period of 1.5 years or something.
Is he an Aruban?
I don't know. I don't know where he's from.
What language did you speak with him?
He spoke Dutch, he spoke Papiamento, and he could even speak English too.
About how old a man?
Older man. I can't say how old he was. 30, 40.
Did you sit at the same table with him?
Yeah. One time I played poker with him. One time I played blackjack with him, but he usually played blackjack. That was the game he he used to play.
Okay, so you met him in February of '05 at the casino. You know his first name. And he said he wanted what?
He said he wanted to see a blonde girl.
What did you take that to mean?
I did not even want it. I wasn't even thinking about it. Like, I did not know what he wanted at all with it.
Anything offered in exchange for it?
Yeah, he offered me money.
And what did you say?
I said, okay, sure.
And so February of '05, you have this conversation with him in the casino, and between February '05 and about May 30th, '05. Did you see him at all?
Yeah. Before that, he was telling me like he was just acting like a high roller in there and spending money like was nothing on blackjack, and then he was always talking about going out, doing stuff. I know he goes from Venezuela to Aruba. I know that. That's what he was telling me at least, and yeah.
Did he ever say what he wanted a blonde girl for?
No.